Okay, yesterday we discussed about find command. What this find command will do? We use it to locate the files or directories, right? So wherever if we have created a file or something, right? We forgot where we have created it, right? So that we can search, like in Windows we search, right? But here in Linux we use find command to locate those, right? Not only with the name, right? So this will search with the name, right? In the previous class we discussed, right? So with the name, ignore case means if we have created a file but we forgot the capital letters or small case, ignore case, and we can search the permission based on permissions. I want to list or find the files which has this permissions, right? Only files, not directories. By default, it will search with for files and directories, but I want to search only files. Hyphen type. So they may ask you, I want to search for a file which has, for example, chaitanya.sh. For example, of extension is not mandatory in Linux, right? For example, I want to search a file with the name ABC. So if you use like find dot hyphen name ABC, it will search for both files and directories which has the name ABC. I want to get only files. What you will do then? So along with the name hyphen name, right? You'll pass hyphen type equal hyphen type F, right? Hyphen type F hyphen name ABC. If you pass, it will search only for the ABC file, not directory. Next, it will search for
only. Find a file name which is present in the some other directory.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. That is what this, right? This said you have to give the path. Here you have to give. It doesn't mean only always. Yesterday only I explained, right? You don't need to give only dot here. If you want, you can give a root location. If you want to give a different path, right? Absolute path or relative path, that also you can give. So whatever the path you give here, the location or path you give here, it will go and search in that location. Okay. Okay. So now, so this is the for hidden files. So this is like in the root location. See here it will dot. Here it is in the root location. We are searching for this, right? So now, what is this? What is this command will do? And Anup, your means whatever we discussed, most of the time you ask the same questions, man. Whatever we discussed about that only you are asking. So it means you're not concentrating. Concentrate, man. Okay. So next, what is this command means? Don't read that. Don't read the right side one. What is this command? Quick, guys. It's
exactly one day if it is modified earlier.
Yeah, yes. So with this command, no, oh, sorry, this one, last one. Okay, this last one, sorry.
Like within, like after less than 24 hours, you can say one day.
Within one day, the file. Okay, what is that? Within one day, what?
Modified.
The modified files means or created files. Yeah, yes, both or created or modified files based on the timestamp I discussed, right? ls minus l if you type. So based on that timestamp, the files which are created or modified within one day, which will be listed. You said these two are same, but there is some difference between these two commands. What is that?
That one from current directory, one is from root.
Yeah, root directory. It will search in the current directory. It will search from the root directory. Correct. So minutes, if I want to search the modified files, the files which are modified within 10 minutes, what is the command? What is the option we use? Command is fine, but what is the option we use?
Find mminute.
Mmin. Okay, not minute. Mmin. Okay. M time means days, right? M time means M time means days. Mmin means minutes. Okay, fine. So this I want to search in the root directory for the files and directories which has 600 permissions. Okay, fine. Next, guys, what this command till here, what this command will do? Tell me. What this command will do till here? What it will do? Quick, fast. Till here.
Search for Java files.
Okay, explain clearly. Not in shortcuts. Explain clearly where it will search what on what basis. Explain it clearly, properly.
It will find all the files with the extension of .java.
Okay. Where it will search? At your home or my home?
Current directory.
No.
Yeah, you have to explain properly. If you are a trainer and if I explain like that, others will. For example, if I explain like that, will you understand it? You need to be clear, right? It is going to search in directory for the files with the name, whichever has .java extension. Name can be anything. The extension should be .java, right? How I explain, how we explain, right? It need to be clear. So in the current directory with the name, with the .java extension. Okay, fine. So now if I search like this, right? The result is going to be one file or two files, three files, five files. Is there how many? What is going to be the result? What is
Maybe
going
any
to be the
number of
result?
files.
It can be any number. It can be any number. You don't know that result. Okay, fine. Next, what I want to do is I want to find the files. Okay, we'll come back to these two commands later. First, let me discuss this. Okay, I want to find the files in my current directory. I want to find the files which has star.java, means .java extension. Name can be anything. Star means anything. Even there won't be any name. It is starting with the .java only. Okay, star means anything or nothing. Anything or nothing. So, but the last should have at least .java. It should have .java at the end. Before .java, if there is something like hello.java or nothing, nothing is there, just .java, that is also fine, right? So it is going to list all the files which has .java extension. Fine. What I want to do is I want to get all the files which has .java extension, and for those files I want to give 700 permissions. How to give 700 permissions to a file? What is the command? How we do in general? For example, if I have hello.java, how you change the permissions? How you give 700 permissions to that?
chmod 777 will have to give.
777? File name, right? Chmod 777 hello.java, the file name you give. Okay, if it is a single file, then you can give it. Okay. Okay. So now, if there is a single file, you know that file name. So you can use chmod 777 or 700 and the file name. But what in this case, what I have to do is I need to search for the files. This is important, guys, right? Concentrate. So I need to find the files, right? Wherever they are, right? In my current directory, whatever the files in subdirectories or some location, right? In the same location or in my current directory, if there are some subdirectories, right? I need to check in my current directory, right? And find all the .java files, extension, which is .java, right? There is no guarantee about the result. It might be 2 files, 3 files, 30 files, 10 files, anything, right? If it is single file, I can go and change it .chmod 777 file name like that, right? But here there is no guarantee about the result. So my requirement is I need to search in my current directory. I need to search for the files which has .java extension and assign them 700 permissions. So what should I do is, see, there are two options to do. One is you can do like this, find, right? This you know. So we are in my current directory. I'm going to search for the files which has .java extension, right? This will give this. So it may give 2 files, 3 files, 30 files, any result, right? So on that, what I'm going to do is exec. I want to execute on the result of these files, right? Whatever the result it is going to give, either 2 files, 3 files, or 30 files, right? On those, I want to execute one command. I want to execute. This is an option. What do you want to do? I want to change the permission, right? chmod 777 like this. You have to pass. So this is the starting of exec. Means on this result, I want to execute something, right? What is that? Is this? This is. So this, right? So here it is starting of the exec option, right? For the find command itself, we are passing one option called as exec, and this last backward slash and colon is there, right? It indicates end of exec, starting of exec, end of exec. So within that, you need to tell what you have to do. So what I'm saying is, I want to change chmod change permissions, right? 700, and this is dynamically, means the result is going to be not a fixed number, right? Any number. So dynamically for all the files, one by one, it is going to assign the permission. So if this result, if find -name Java result 2 files, so first one file it will assign chmod 700. Second, again, one more time, it will assign 700 permission for the second file. Like that, it will assign. Understood, right? This is one exec option you remember. So find, we can use exec, and it is the end of exec. In between that, what we need to do on top of this result, on top of the result of this, right? What we have to do, we have to write it here. Chmod that 777 or 755, any number, right? Whatever you want, you can do it. And this you have to give. So it will, this last indicates end of the chmod. This is also asked in interviews, right? So exec, how to end that, right? /:, and how to pass this dynamic value. So for example, it is going to return 2 files. So here one file will be there, chmod 700 first file. Next second file, chmod 700 second file. Next third file, like that. Whatever the result it is going to give, it is going to execute on that one by one. Understood? Is it clear? So no, yes. Okay. Next thing. There is other way to do also. What is that? Yes. See, there is something called as pipe symbol. So you might have known about programming. R symbol we write, right? This is nothing but we call in Linux, we call as pipe symbol. Only one. R means 2. R condition we write like this, right? So with one symbol also we can write R, but here I am explaining about pipe symbol. This symbol is called as pipe symbol. What it will do? What this pipe symbol will do is, it will join 2 commands. Remember, this we use a lot of times. In real time also we use, right? In Linux commands also we use, so many times we use, right? What is this? This is called as a pipe symbol. Pipe symbol. What this pipe symbol will do is, it will join 2 commands. It will join 2 commands. So how is, so before pipe there will be 1 command. After pipe there will be 1 command. So this is going to join these 2 commands. How is, this first command is there, right? The left side. This will execute first. Whatever is there on the left side of the pipe will execute first. It will give some result. For example, I'm using a find command. It will give result, right? So what it will give the result? Maybe 2 files or 3 files, right? It will give the result. So now the result, so if you use pipe symbol, right? The output of the first command will be passed as input to the second command. Will be passed as the input of the second
voice
command.
is breaking.
Seriously, it is for everyone? Is it breaking for everyone? No.
No.
So no, only
No,
it is
sir.
breaking for you only, Shravani. You check from your end. Breaking for only for you. You check from your end. Okay. So pipe symbol. Okay. Pipe symbol, right? So what it will do? It will join 2 commands. The output of first command will be given as input to the output of first command will be given as input to second command. Okay, second command. Okay, the output of first command will be given as output input of second command, right? So now here this scenario, for example, the same example will take. Okay, so here, so I'm giving find command. Okay, find I'm giving. Okay, so what will happen here? It will give the result. Okay, it will give the result. Find in my current location, it will search for the files which are star.java extension, right? So go on mute, please. So .java extension it will take, and the output of this will be passed as. See, I'm saying. So now, right, it will result some files like 5 to 10 files, something, right? Now those file names it will give us input to this command. Now I want to use chmod here. Chmod 700. But chmod is going to change like this only for 1 file. But here not 1 file, many files we are going to get. We cannot predict 1 file, 2 file, 3 file or 30 files. So what we have to do is xargs we have to pass. Xargs. What this xargs will do is, right? So the result is passed here. Either 2, 3 or 30 files, some files, right? So what it will do is, this xargs like a loop, it will pass 1 by 1 to that. So if it is 2 files, 1 file passed here, chmod 700, the first file, next second file, next third file, next fifth file, like that. Xargs is going to repeat the, loop the result with 1 by 1 value. Understood, guys? Okay, so if you don't use exargs, no problem, but only one files, right? So here we don't have one result, multiple results, right? I mean, the result is going to be with multiple values. So I want to repeat this command for one by one. So we have to use exargs. So now this is an interview question. I want to find the files with some criteria and change the permissions. Two ways you can do. Find it, use a pipe symbol, and use exargs and the command chmod 755 or something 777 or something. Or else same find command you can do with exec also. Exec chmod 700 and this symbol to pass one by one. Here we are using exargs, here we are using this, and this is a closing of the chmod. Clear? Done, guys? Have you understood what is pipe symbol? How to use exargs? And without pipe symbol also we can use directly exec. Understood? So no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next.
Yes, sir.
Next. What I want to do is I want to find the files which are modified, which are older than 30 minutes. I want to remove them. So this is one of the important question asked so many times, the common question, right? The criteria may change here. I want to search the files which are modified within 30 minutes or 10 minutes, 20 minutes or 2 days, 3 days, like that they'll ask. So days means m time we can use, minutes means m min. So see how the Anub was, right? Find, I'm giving the location. I want to search in this location. I want to search for the files in this location. It is absolute path or relative path? Absolute path. Why? It is starting from root directly. Okay. So some right path you can give it, absolute or relative path you can give. In this location, I want to search for the files based on minutes which are older than 30. Plus 30 means more than 30 minutes. M min minutes, right? Which are older than, which are created before 30 minutes. And I want to remove them. So this command will find the files which are older than 30 minutes in this location and exec rm minus f, this symbol I'm using. So it is going to remove them. It is going to remove the files. RM we are using. exec rm this, and this is the closing of exec. It will remove the files. Clear, guys? Understood? Yes or no?
Sir.
The same thing if I want to do with exargs or pipe symbol. How to do? How to do? Find path. The path I'll give. Next, hyphen name. Sorry, hyphen m min plus 30. Okay, 30. Next, pipe symbol. What should I do? Exargs rm minus rf or r, whatever one. Okay, you can do it. So files and directories, it is going to delete. Clear, guys? Yes or no? Yes. So like this you can do. Okay, fine. So I'll explain this command, but before this let me explain grep also. So here there is one example for grep also, right? So what is this? I need to explain all different scenarios. I'm going to explain all possible important things. I'll explain. There may be so many combinations. I want to change the files. I want to find Java files. I want to change the permissions. I want to remove them, or else something I want to do something else. There will be so many combinations. We cannot explain all 100 scenarios. So the most possible scenarios I'm explaining. The remaining things you can understand. The base things I'm going to explain. Grep also we can do. What is that grep? I'll explain. So yesterday I gave an assignment. What is grep command? How many of you found that what is grep? How many of us try to know that what is grep command?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
We can use grep command to search like a particular word or string in a text file.
Okay, string or something, right? Some word, right?
Yeah.
Some text is present inside a file or not. It is similar in Windows. How we will search in Windows? How we will search for some content inside a file? Control F, right? We use Control F. Open a file, Control F, and search it. But here we don't need to open a file. Just we need to use the grep command, criteria, and file name. So it will search it, right? So let me explain this. Grep. This command is used to search specific string in specified file, right? So now what I'm trying to do is there is one file called as chaitanya.txt. In that, I want to search whether a word called I am is present or not. If it is Windows, so this Control F, I am done. So it is going to find it here. Windows means. But in Linux, it's not like that. Grep command, everything is command based, right? Grep in double quotes or single quotes, either double quotes or single quotes. Pass whatever you want to search for, and the file name. So what are all the lines wherever it is matching? Those lines it is going to display for you. And I am is there, but it's the same I capital. It will search for I capital AM small case. I want to ignore the case and search. Then you have to use -I. Wherever you see -I, either it is called as interactive or ignore case. Interactive means I said, right? Whenever while deleting, it will ask yes or no. It will ask you to confirm. If you say yes, then only it will remove. If you don't use interactive -I, automatically without asking yes or no, it will delete. So some cases it might be interactive or ignore case. Ignore case here. Ignore case means the letter whatever you are giving Chaitanya, it can be either capital letter or small case. It doesn't bother. Next, along with this, if I use C, I is optional. If you use C, what will happen if you use C is number of lines matching, means the number of lines whichever is matching with this word, that is going to display that. Okay, sorry. Okay, so it will give the matching number of lines. So the number of lines matching that criteria, those number of lines, it is going to print. Turn off your cam, someone. Okay, then. Okay, so this is going to do that, right? Grep -A, it will search, right? Sorry, grep double quotes the name, right? File name. -I if you use ignore case. -C means the number of matching lines it is going to find. So let's do one example with that. I'll connect to AWS. Let's do an example there. Okay, this is my AWS instance I connected. So here I'm going to create a file. Okay, if we have a file, let's see this. vi.txt. I'm going to see, right? Good morning, how are you? Something is there, right? Let me duplicate few words. So Linux word I'll duplicate. Linux. Okay. Hello Linux. Right? Hello Linux. Okay, fine. So how many times Linux is there? 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Right? So one small case, 2, one small case L, 2 capital case L. Right? Cat .txt. Now grep either in double quotes or single quotes. You write, you want to search for Linux, right? Linux. Which file you want to search in i.txt. It is going to tell like 2 lines. So it is matching here and Linux, this Linux, but it is not finding here. Why? This is what it is not enabled.
You should ignore the case.
Case, right? So if we ignore the case, we want to use -I. Right? So it now it found, ignored the case, all Linux it found. Next to -C I'll use. So the matching number of lines it will give. If there are 3 lines, you can calculate here. What if there are 30, 40 lines? You need to count, right? So if you give this, so it is going to give that. So 3 lines are matching this criteria. If I might remove -I, right? How many lines will match the criteria now?
2.
2, right? It is going to give that. So have you understood how grep works? So now I want to find in current location with the name hi.txt. So what does this mean? In the current location, I want to search for a file with the hi.txt, right? So how many files are there? Only one file is there, or else star.txt I'll give you. So whenever you are in such things, right, you use, it's better keep it in double quotes. It's a string, right? So the names we need to. So now I want to search in my current location for the files which has .txt extension, and on that I want to find grep. What do you want to find? Some content, right? Some content. Grep. So what will happen here? Where is that? I'll show you. So here, right? So what will happen here? If I pass like this, only grep this one file. But what I said, when to use xargs, this is going to be give multiple result. Here, this XR, this find command may give multiple files. We don't know the files, how many it is. There might be one text file, two text file, three text files, many things. We don't know. So in each file, so the result may be 2, 3 or any number of files, right? On each file, I want to grep and check there is a word called as Linux in them. So what I have to use? XRX. So it is going to check. It is saying there is one file result.txt. Inside that there is one line where it is welcome to Linux. There one line is matching to Linux. In hello.txt, welcome.linux. In this line it is matching. In the same hi.txt, there is one file matching, one line matching with Linux. So like this, it is going to give CLS, right? There are two files. Hello.hi.txt, hello.txt, result.txt, three files. Three files are there with the .txt extension. It found all three files, right? So this command is going to result three files, hi.txt, hello.txt, result.txt. On that, we are going to execute grep through exarch one by first file, result.txt, Linux will check. Next, hi.txt, whether it is there or not. Next, hello.txt, Linux is there or not. It's not there in hello.txt, it's there only in two files. It has resulted that. Understood, guys?
So is that appended the colon on its own? Because we have
Where?
not mentioned anymore.
This one.
After the finding of that text file, so we can see a colon.
Where, man?
So after
It
the
says
hiding
that
of
in
text,
this file, this content is there. After
Yeah,
result.txt,
It's
there is
the
a
Yeah.
column.
result text.
this one. Hello, man.
That is
This is not prefix or something. It is separating. This is the file name. This is the file name. This is the resulted text. How it need to separate? It just has used for separation. File name and the text line. Separation, it has used that. It is not the
Okay.
prefix. Okay. Okay. Fine. For the same thing, right? ls minus l. So I want to search for the file directories which has 775 permissions and change it to 777, right? So for that, what do you have to do? What is the criteria to search for the permissions? -per permissions, right? And sorry, -permissions criteria 755. I want to search for the files and directories which has 755 and change them chmod 777. So these are the directories which has this, right? This have 755. I'm going to change that. ls minus l. Now you can observe what happened. 77775. Okay, not 755. My mistake. Less minus l. So this has 775, right? So 775. ls minus l. It has changed. All the 775 permissions are changed to 777. Okay, like this. We can use exec also in the similar way. Understood, guys? How to use type symbol with exarch. The same way we can use exec also. It works in the similar way. You try it. So exec is chmod. This is end the dynamic one, and this is the end of the chmod. This you remember this. The end of exec. Starting of exec, end of exec.